Well, welcome back to part 3 of the 2006 Kia Sportage Rebuild. As I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna show you how I do a quick DIY little project on clearing the headlights when they're dingy like this. This is a 400 grit sandpaper, and lightly scuff it to get part of the haze off. I mean, it normally comes out pretty good, but it's just my little quick way of how the heck I do it. So I'm gonna demonstrate to you on this one and show you what I use to clear it. But I just buy a can of Rust-Oleum clear. It does a good job on it when you're not trying to do anything major, and it works. It's pretty effectively. If you have access to somebody that know how to paint and stuff like that, it'll come out better with regular clear coat. I'm gonna do the driver's side as well. So just lightly sand it as good as you can. Scuff it up. Makes it look good. Makes it look brand new. Things of that sort. So bear with me a little bit as I finish scuffing this one. Alrighty, then we're gonna grab a microfiber towel or cloth, however you want to call it, and we're gonna wipe it. Get all the white stuff off, stuff like that. Get it nice and clean. The towel is kind of damp, so it won't take long for it to dry. Make sure you shake your can pretty good so you're able to apply the clear coat to it, and show you what it looks like because we took a couple squirts of it. And this stuff works pretty good. I done did it to a lot of vehicles, and it comes out looking good. Apply the same thing to the driver's side. And let me make sure that you guys can see it. Yeah, as you can see, headlight looks brand new. We're gonna give it another light coat, and that's all we're gonna do to it. And then you'll see here in a minute when it dries, looks like a new headlight. See, it already looks new. And to me, it looks real good. See there? Looks brand new. And when it dry, we'll probably hit it with another coat. So that right there looks like a brand new headlight. It was just dingy. So as we left off is we also need to install the door handle. And sorry about that. Like I said, I'm still learning how to work with this stuff. Right now, we're gonna get you guys adjusted and get you in there, because I'm going to show you the best as I can on how to install the armrest. This should be pretty easy, pretty simple. On our part 3 journey to learn how to do a cheap rebuild the parts that you can get from the junkyard. Bear with me for a second, I gotta find it. So here's our new replacement armrest. I don't think we have to do the whole thing. I think it's just this back part here just broke loose. So we got the new one here. We're just gonna remove the old one. That part is good. I got it as well, so we're not going to use that. So I'm going to screw this back piece here. And now let's start the removing process. We're removing the old one. So got that screw off. And all it is just a fill up. Remove the next one. But just easy. A lot of people think that this stuff is hard to do, or it can be time consuming if you've never done it, but don't be intimidated by this stuff. It's fairly easy than you think it is. I think we got to go ahead and remove this one as well, because I think it's in the way of getting to the screws. So we're going to go ahead and remove it too real quick. Let's get it on out the way. Let's call it a day. Let's keep it as simple as possible. And it doesn't really take that long to do it. It's just very simple. Some of them have star keys. Some of them got fill-ups. Some of them got 7s. But we're going to do what we got to do to get it done. And also I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to 3M tape the back pieces that are broke off around the back door. It's like a little trim piece or whatnot. So let's go from there and remove this stuff in a timely fashion just to get it done. So we got that out the way. Since that's removed, now we have 2 other screws down here at the bottom. Now we can get those suckers out and go on about our business and try to get this thing done as quick as possible. So, screw almost out. You know, keep it simple. DY friendly, or however you pronounce that crap. I don't know. Like gosh, Lee. So here's our new piece right here. It also has the new bottom tray to it. So we're gonna go ahead and finish screwing in those screws since they don't have to be removed. So to make sure that they are all the way in there and nothing is loose on this vehicle. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to install that door handle. It is gonna need to be painted, but I think I'm gonna paint it on the vehicle. Let me see here if I'm doing this correctly, because I might not be doing this correctly. I think I gotta remove this thing. Yep, I do. So I just screwed that in for nothing. My mistake. Sorry about that. Gotta unscrew it to get it in there. More Phillips screws to take a loose, but we're gonna get the victory done here in a minute, and that's really all that matters. Getting it done as fast as we can, as quick as we can. Not take up too much time doing this type of stuff. And like I said, it's very simple, very easy. It's not hard to do. I mean, if you have the time and knowledge and the patience to do this, heck, a 10-year-old can probably take this stuff loose and get it on here. So we have just removed that part. That's the armrest. We need to install this piece here. So it has a loop, 2 holes here that goes with a pin that goes in it. So you really just figure out how to get those in there best as possible. Now we can install the other screws that are there. Just give me a second here to get them in there. And a lot of times these things get broken from people not paying attention, accidentally bump them, and the plastic is brittle because they make a lot of this stuff on these cars is cheap and trying to save money while they doing it. So that's crazy. Nowadays cars are made so cheap, you just lean against the fender and it dent itself in, and not even paying attention, and accidentally damage your vehicle just by doing nothing, which is crazy. Crazy as heck. Okay, so as we got that one in, springs up, we got 2 screws right here. So we're gonna go ahead and get those in. Got one here, one there. Same thing, fill up. They're all the same. If you had a power tool, you can probably get it done a little quicker. I like to do stuff like this by hand because you can take the chance of snapping the plastic loose and then mess everything up. So now we can install the new top piece. The old one probably would have worked it, but I just want to be on the safe side and make sure to have all the pieces. You can hand start these by hand because this sucker's kind of hard to line up, but not really. Not really. Let's take your time doing it, getting it done and over with. So we got the first two started. I'm gonna go ahead and start the bottom two and get those suckers in there real quick. Alrighty. Same here. You have a power tool. That's your choice. You choose to do it. I like to do it by hand. It also has a recess to it where the screws actually set in there, so it'll line up perfectly once it's in there right. But it ain't too hard. Ain't too hard at all. Take your time and do it. And get it done correctly. Bam. We got those in. Next thing is, put your other piece in there that you just took out of there. And it's the same procedure with it. Get it set down in there. Get your screw or two started so that you know it's lined up right. And I will go ahead and tighten up one like I did on the other one to ensure that it doesn't move and it keeps it in place. And while we're doing that, we can install the other two screws in here real quick. So let's get that done. Two in, two to tighten up. Little easy little job, done real quick. And as you can see, it don't really take long. Non-edited, nothing. Straight video, straight out. And then at the end, on the final video, I give you guys a price breakdown of what everything costs and what's in it. Well, look at there. Our armrest is in. Other part works. That locks. That locks. This little piece here kicks it in. Kicks it up. We're done. These pieces here, they're trash now, so we no longer need those at all. Next part. Give me time to get on over there so I can show you. While we're waiting, let's come on back here. Yeah, we still got to install that handle. While we're waiting, let's check out our headlights. I think they look good. Might get ready for the last little coat here, which you can see, Rust-Oleum gloss clear. Hit it again real quick. Anybody can do this. It's ineffective. Doesn't cost much. Can like $7-8 bucks. Get it done. Do the driver's side same way. Take your time. Looks good. I should have took it off and masked it off or just removed it, but just showing you how to do it a quicker, easier way. Just my opinion. So there you go. Look like brand new freaking headlight. Now let's go on to the next part, which is this crap right here. Oh Lord have mercy, that stuff is so brittle, it's so cheap. It don't make no freaking sense at all. But we're gonna 3M tape it just so we can get it done real quick. So I'm gonna show you guys how to do that. So just give me a second to show you, and we can go from there. See, I actually got both sides. Got them from the scrap yard. Because you probably try to go from the dealership and they probably be very expensive. See how easy that little corner just broke off? Like, you can barely even do anything and the stuff just snap off. Like, it just show you how cheap they make parts on cars. And we're gonna double check and make sure that it fits up in there. We're gonna try to 3M tape it in there. And I think that might work pretty good there. So we'll just put a little 3M tape around there, probably inside of here or something of that sort to get it to fit. See, just brittle, just breaking off. But we're not worried about that. We're gonna take the same rag and clean this off real good as we can. Wipe around there, wipe around here, through there, bam, got that done. Let's get the 3M tape. This is the 3M tape stuff. It's red, sticky. So basically what you want to do is make sure that you can figure out exactly where it meets up at and where it goes in there. So we're gonna run some here that'll go inside of there. We're gonna run a little bit along the side of here. We're gonna run a little bit along the side of there. A little bit down here at the bottom. That way you got a better chance of sticking. Get you a little cheap razor or razor blade knife, whichever tool that you prefer to use. It's totally up to you. Run you a nice little bit and up through here like this, and cut it. Make sure you cut the opposite way, away from yourself, away from your hand. Just like that. Booyah, we'll firmly press it in. And shoot, might be on our way here soon. We're gonna run a little thin bead around along here because the part that screws it on there, it broke off. I don't really know how much these pieces cost brand new, but like I said, this is all about teaching you how to rebuild vehicles cheap. And the best way that I know how, and you can turn it to a little side hustle and make some good money at doing it. Do it again. Be careful not to hurt yourself. We're gonna stick a little strip down here. Press it on in there. Probably want to use like rubbing alcohol or something like that to clean the areas with, but it'll still stick. Make sure you firmly press it in, like so. And then work with getting the little red tape stuff off without trying not to cut yourself, because that stuff is, razor blade knives can be sharp. So let me pull the tape off real quick, and we'll press it on there real quick. And sorry I don't have no music because I'm not trying to get copyrighted. I'm just starting off doing this stuff and doing the freaking best that I can do. Alrighty. So we have it off. Let's try to press it in there and let's see what the heck happens. Pressing it in there the best we can. See if that stuff don't stick or fit. I don't know how that's supposed to work. Maybe pull this side off because I don't think that's working too good. Yeah, I don't think it likes that. Because that rubber is actually up against that piece. And you know, press it in there firmly. And things of that sort, and there you go. You got your piece 3M fitted in there. And you know, press it firmly back and forth. Done. Wasn't too hard to do. I'll do the other side off camera. I'm just showing you guys how to do that easily. Okay, here. So now that we got that done, I think the next process that we're going to do is showing you guys how to put the door handle on. And then that'll conclude part 3 of the 2006 Kia Sportage Rebuild. So bear with me for a second. So I give them a little picker thingy. They got these little black tab things over the screw holes that actually holds the door panel on. So you want to be careful not to drop your stuff and actually get your stuff out of there. You know, they're all Phillips screws, so should be fairly easy on getting this stuff out with your little picker thing. Let me find my Phillips screwdriver that I just had. What I did with it? Oh yeah, it's over here on the wall. The extra screw size to take off that thing is a 10. I'll show you that. Let me grab a little flathead here. You want to pry this through your back. Well, hold on, let me take the screw off first. I'm trying to tell you something different. Take your screw off first. Set it where you know where it is. Pry this back real lightly. You don't want to damage your plastic clips in there. You got to move that from around your door handle. That's a tweeter. Some cars have them factory, some cars didn't. Unfortunately, back in the day when I was growing up, we used to buy from out of Walmart or something, screw them to like the side pillar pieces, just run the wires to the radio. You know, easy, simple crap. It's not really hard to do. So you got to fill up here. Keep your little plastic thing with it. Very simple, very easy to do. Not hard at all. Screw that. Get your fill up. Keep your little plastic things because you're gonna need those. Double checking around the door panel or door card, whichever one that you want to call it. I call it door panel. Then now we can take our flathead here, or if you have the pry tools, I have them, but I have to go dig a lot of this stuff out. You want to kind of get up in here without breaking nothing and see, can you pry that sucker off of there. A lot of times they're pretty easy to do. It just depends on where you can get the flathead at, but lightly tuck it, grab it, hold your door with your leg, come around here, pull it up a little bit, go like that. Comes right on off of there. Let's see here, we got some electrical connections in here. And we have to easily take your time taking that stuff loose, because that crap can be brittle as you know what. Trying to pull them out without damaging nothing, which is kind of hard to do at the same freaking time that you're trying to get the thing out. Like, golly, how the heck are you supposed to remove this stuff? Like, this stuff is just crazy. How they make this stuff now, and it's just so freaking brittle. It just all want to break loose. I don't know if I can pry this up, but I'm gonna try. Hopefully it doesn't break anything. Thinking I'll pry that up some. Oh, well, look at there. Didn't know that prize up. See, I'm learning right along with you. Alrighty, we got that loose. Turn that around here. Go ahead and pry that on out of there. Easy as you can. See, now we got that off without breaking anything. Then you got your light switch, which is, you know, the light down there on your door. And voila, it's removed out of the way. Now we want to get the 10. There's a 10 socket in here. This is your water barrier for your door, like when it rains or whatever, it keeps the water from coming inside the vehicle. So let me grab the 10 real quick and I'll show you guys how to do that. Okay, we have our 10mm socket. Let me find our door handle real quick for us. I think it's in the back on the floor. Let me look in here. So this is our door handle that we got from the scrap yard. Really only part we need is that piece there. So we're gonna try to get this part in here, but it has a 10 here and a 10 there. So what we're gonna do is, if you guys can see, yeah, right here, this little rubber garment looking thing, I want to lightly pry that out of there because that holds the 10 in there to release that part right there to make it where you can get the door handle in. So like I said, bear with me. Try not to damage this. This stuff is fragile and old. Like you wouldn't even freaking believe how much heck you got to go through trying to get this stuff off of here. But you always want to make sure that you put that back. See, I accidentally tore it when even trying to. Like golly, we're gonna see if we got some duct tape or something to put over that. But we don't need to go that far back with it. We need to tear it down like that. Just give you enough room to get in there to get your 10 loose. So the 10 here that I was telling you about is right there. You can really take this loose off the ratchet and unscrew it by hand, just so you can get that out. Got that side. Come on in through this hole here, like I was telling you. Screws in there at an angle. Your 10. You don't really need the ratchet. Unscrew that part. Take your time because you don't want to drop your nut. Your screw inside the hole. Alrighty, so as we just did that, we gotta try to get the old piece out of there. But that's crazy. Might need some needle nose trying to remove that. Let me see if I got some. So yeah, I have some needle nose right here. We'll try to see can we remove that, and they worked out perfectly. Remove right out of there. That's what we're talking about. Now we're gonna take our other piece and unscrew this stuff off and get it from the junkyard. I just got the whole piece because I thought I was gonna need it all, but I really don't. Then we're gonna remove that screw out of there real quick to loosen that up out of the way like that. See how you just remove that? Now you take this part and you slide it back and you lift it out like that. Booyah. So now we're gonna move this little piece out the way. like I was telling you guys, that's to your lock. You take this part here. Make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. Yeah, take this part here, and you take it in, and you slide it in there real easily. Real easily. It's in there just like that. Pull it back. And you get your other part in there, if you can. Well, I think the whole thing, hold on here. Yeah, and then you just slide this forward, I believe so. That's what you really got to do. Then you got to hold it. You slide it in there, and now you can open up your door. You put your things back together, boom. So now you want to hold that and this together, because basically what you have to do is remove this, pull it back, hold your door handle on the inside, take this part and push it and slide it in, and it snaps in there. So now we're going to reverse the process. 10 millimeter. Hold your door the best you can. Like I said, a little hole is in there for that 10, which ain't really lining up, but you know what? We'll figure that out. We will figure it out. Let's figure out what the heck is going on here. So we can get that to line up for us. So we get that freaking 10 in there. Okay. You have to hold the line up. Get your 10 back on your socket. Take your time getting it in there. Should be lined up now. You have to just hold your door. Start screw it in there by hand. The best way you can. I think we got it in there, not for sure. In there. Nope, it's not in there. Well, we gotta do it again. Gotta get it out of there. I guess that hole must not be lined up correctly. Kind of hard to do that crap. I'm trying to push something in there, put something back at the same time. But it's okay, because we're gonna get it done. So just take a little flathead here. Try to push that back this way if you can, and hold your door all at the same time. All right, I think that should be lined up. Should be able to try to get it in there again. Let's see what happens. I'm trying to hold this with two hands and crap, making this stuff kind of hard. I don't really know why the heck it's not going in there. It's kind of hard to do. But just bear with me. Yeah, that crap ain't going in there for some odd reason. Let me see if I can find another screw to get in there. That's a little better. Got a little bit more thread there. A little bit more thread there. But you really shouldn't even be that freaking hard to get the freaking crap in there. When you get it close to the hole, and I guess you gotta try to press that up and this back all at the same time. It shouldn't even take that long. Weird. Trying to screw it. Can't really get it in there like I want to. Let me try to hold. Okay, let's see here. I think I got it. Get a screw back in there. I think I got a solution for this problem. Hold on, just give me a second. It's kind of hard to hold it. Hell, that ain't even working. Huh. It's supposed to be easier than I thought it was. I guess it ain't. We're trying to screw some stuff in here. Ain't even freaking going in the hole. Should have been easy. That don't make sense. Should have been easier than that. Shouldn't really been that hard to do. It was something so simple. Like, how you supposed to get this stuff in here? It's supposed to be easy to get it in there. I don't get what the problem is. Like, why? Like, this stuff shouldn't be this hard to get in there. I guess sometimes they are harder than what they look. Is the crack working? I guess not. It's gonna take us a little longer then to get it in there. A little longer than usual. It should be snapped in there, I guess. Should have been. I mean, like, dang. Like, what the heck was that all about? Well, it looks like it's lined up now. Let's try it again. With another screw. And we are going to also screw this other one in too. Maybe that'll help. Well, God dang it. Drop that freaking screw in there. I just said that too. Look at that, butterfingers. Let's try to screw that one in there. Maybe you got to screw that one first. I done did this plenty of times before, but this is the first time ever buying a Kia Sportage. Doing a repair on it, but a lot of them basically the same. Just depends on what you're working on. Should be pretty easy. Shouldn't be that hard. Look at there, we won. We got it in there. Yay! Finally. Uh-oh. Dropped a couple screws on the ground, just tossed them in the vehicle. Finally got it on there. You don't want to over tighten it. You want to tighten it up where it's snug. Don't want to over tighten this one. Tighten it up where it's snug. Just check it to make sure it works. Boom, now we're good. Now we can raise up all our sticky crap on the water barrier. Put it back up. Ain't damaged too bad. It'll still hold out the water out of the vehicle. All right, let's get the tools out the way. Let's snap our little plastic O-ring thingy back in here. Like so. Bam. We got it. Now we're ready for our door panel to go back on. Oh yeah, another thing with your door panels, make sure all your little plastic clip things that are in there, make sure that you remove those, put them back in the door panel. So now we're gonna go back with the light. Yeah, we're gonna hook up our little tweeter speaker thing over here as best we can. Now, your door panel has a groove up here at the top that slides down in there. So, oh yeah, I forgot to remove this part. It just snaps out real easy. All right. So let's get that back up there like this. Should fit down in there pretty easily, like so. Make sure your wires are out your way. You have little snap things in here. Go around tapping. Best you can. Boom. Come back with your fill up little thingies. And you screw them in there. And when this is done, this will conclude part 3 of our Kia Sportage Rebuild. Usually it don't take that long to put them in, but golly, different vehicle. I mean, it's like a 5-10 minute job depending on if there's not a bunch of stuff in the way. But it's okay. We'll get there, we'll get it. All right. Now we can go back with our door handle. Just open it up, slide it in there. Don't forget, all that snaps in there. We got a Phillips screw that goes in there. Like so. And yeah. Not too hard to do at all. You snap that little thing back closed there. Let's get our switch and lock button here. Slide it back in there. Make sure you push it in there as far as it goes. Make sure it locks back in place. You take this thing here. You tuck it like so, sideways. Give it a little tappy tappy. Put it back in there. Don't forget to put your little black little cap things back on your screw holes there. They snap in there fairly easily, just like that. And then we put up our side piece on there that we just took off, and that thing should slide right back in there fairly easily, like so. Do a little tap, and there we are. Door panel back together. Let's try our door handle out, and let's see if it works. See, door opens now. Make sure you guys can see me doing that. Let me show you. See right here, door opens and closes. So all we're gonna do is on the next one, I'll probably do it off camera, but I'm just gonna take a little bit of painter's tape or whatever and tape around this area real good, all up around here, cover up the whole vehicle and door, and just paint it black. But I'll do that off camera. But let's do a recap of today. Of what we did. We got our clear headlights. They're looking good. Show you guys the driver's side. Hold on, sorry about that. That one's done as well. So that's that. Thank you for watching. Like, love, and subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next one. God bless.